Hey everybody, I am working on some characters that are from a script by a guy that I'm working with through a group called Comic Jam. And independently from the Comic Jam, we are working on this pitch story that we want to take around to some publishers. So, I am working on right now a character named Adam Blake, public domain character, and he's also changed these up. So these are Dustin's own, Dustin Nelson's own flourishes that he's written for the character, and then now I'm going to try to come up with the look here. So I just started with the simple, oval, whatever. I'll just redo this. Okay, so I'm just starting with a simple oval. Sometimes drawing these stiff shots are harder than, to me at least, than drawing, like a person in whatever position. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a look for the character. I have a couple of pencil drawings, but they're not really much to look at, so I figured why not just start from scratch on this video. So on one of the pencil sketches that I did, I sort of liked this more lean look. So I think what I'm going to do is, because the description that Dustin wrote down here is, based on a public domain character, he's a little dorky, but he's also immensely strong. So I'm thinking we'll make him sort of like, like one of those geeks that you look at and you're like, oh, are they like, athletic or whatever? Because he sort of got an athletic build. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Sort of like, like maybe Superboy-ish, not so much Superman kind of thing. So let's see what we can come up with. I don't really see the age. So I'm going to probably throw him into his... maybe he does... Well, it might be in there, but at the moment it escapes me as if it is. So I'm just going to put him in his mid-20s to early 30s. And I'm thinking this is a little too bulky of a look. Let's trim down his face here. Give him a much more narrow head. More like that. It's always weird to me drawing digitally. It's like all these little things that I do on paper, just, I don't even know how to explain it. They just come out different digitally. Yeah, that's much closer to what I had in the sketch. On paper. Okay. So let's go for something like that for now. Okay, and I'm not gonna go too crazy on the detail on him because there's, you know, a good chance this is not gonna stick, or I should say, not a really a good chance, but it's a possibility it's not gonna stick. Okay, so now that we have a general rough idea of what he's gonna look like, I'm thinking he's gonna need something cool, like something to make him look cool. I mean, this is part of this whole pitch, is that it's for a superhero universe. So what I'm thinking is, we need to make him look cool. He can't just be, you know, constantly walking around looking like a regular dude. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but me, I mean, I don't know. Give me a mask any day of the week over a regular face. I hear some people say, oh, they don't understand how, like why superhero comics do so good and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You go to the superhero comics so that you can find what you can't find in other places. Cool characters, great stories. Stories with awesome characters where the characters don't have to look boring. What's not to love? You can find tons of boring looking characters in film and, novels where it's just a regular dude. Things that don't take any visuals. There's your regular looking characters. I mean, you can have great characters in the comics that look regular too. That's obvious. There's tons of them. But me personally, a mask will trump it every single time. Okay, so I'm just drawing out some of the lines that I don't always put these kind of lines on the faces when I draw them these days. But part of the reason I'm doing this is because it helps me find the angles and create a cool mask. So he's a little dorky, but he's also immensely strong. So we could probably keep his dorkiness can be also in his actions. It doesn't mean he's gotta not have a cool look. Although some kind of goggles does come to mind, but maybe on that. We'll see. First, we'll just start with the eyes and then see where we can go from there. We'll give him some cool eyes for his costume. Okay, so we might be heading in a cool direction here. Let's see. Okay, so there's, like The typical symbol for an atom is like a group of balls, or not balls, but whatever it is, protons and neutrons forming a little nucleus thingy, and then we got the ones that go around making little electrons. So with that in mind, I'm trying to like figure out a more clever way than drawing that, because DC's the atom already wears that on his chest. Okay, so maybe I'll shrink this one down, move this on out of the way, and then we'll just try another one. Go ahead and keep trying another one until we get something that looks a little better. I'm going to try one from the side. So let's see here. Let's see, what can we do? Maybe we can have some kind of two-part mask. Sort of like the bottom part of this. Okay, maybe something along those lines. But how about we go ahead and try another one? So what I'm thinking, maybe we can also try out like, almost like, I don't know what you'd want to call it, like a Nightwing look. Right? Put the impression of the ear right there. Sort of liking this design right here. Maybe let's go off of this and have something that comes like that. That way, maybe if they want to, maybe if he wants to take this portion off, he could take that off and his mouth would be behind there. Let me see the head though. Gotta give him something cool here. Trying to figure out what lines to go with. We want to make it more like a helmet that you can sort of take off. that. And then which one of these do I want to keep, right? You know, I love designing superheroes, but at the same time, it's really hard sometimes to capitalize on something that has not been done. I mean, anybody that's seen any of my work, like any of my characters in my upcoming book, they're gonna... I mean, every one of those pretty much took like a long time to design. So you know what? I think I might use part of that design for another character. But because this one is strong, maybe let's play off of this and do like a rhino type theme. And I know probably there's some people out there that are gonna say, hey, it looks like Warframe. Well, I got news for you. My character Bexfa, I've been told that about him too, and I designed that when I was 14 years old, so years and years before Warframe was ever even a thing. And I designed that character back in the 90s. So maybe this is just how I draw people's. Yeah. Not to mention the what's his name? Excalibur is not the first character to have that kind of shape. I hate to say. There's a character I used to watch when I was a kid that's actually from the 80s, and I don't remember the name of it right now. But when I first saw Excalibur, that was what Excalibur reminded me of. Excalibur from Warframe, I mean. He reminded me of that other character from the 80s. It was a comic book actually, and then it got turned into a movie, and I think a series, or maybe the series came first and then the movie. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we can do some kind of rhino theme here, since his strength is his main appeal, or you know, his power. So maybe we can put his chin down inside of this thing. Okay, so now now that we're sort of getting a feel for Adam Blake, we can move on to see what this right here will look like. Yeah, I'm gonna lasso that really quick, and I'm gonna bring it down here. Let's move him right here. Expand a little bit. Okay, if I would stop moving my keyboard back here. There we go. Okay, so maybe we will take this guy. Maybe we'll do the front view, and then we'll probably call this video done. Because I still have to shoot this by the writer and see what he thinks. And then you know, finalize the design and, you know, clean all of this stuff up. I mean, one of the main reasons I'm doing this is I want to make all of these process videos. Like I said in the last video, I want to make all these process videos part of my channel. You know what? How about let's do a 3/4 shot for this one, just to make it more interesting. So for anybody that doesn't know, a full shot would just be, you know, eyes straight down the middle. A half shot is this, because you're only seeing half the face. And then a 3/4 is when the face is either facing this way, and you have the eyes here in the middle of the face there, or it's facing this way, and then you have the center of the face there. So I'm going to do a 3/4 shot here. Just because I'm curious to look at, as to what this rhino idea here will look like. Rhino slash, I guess, Power Ranger-ish. And I just remembered what the character was, who the character was that I was saying that Warframe's Excalibur reminded me of, and it's and you know, this whole idea kind of thing, and it's Guyver. Bio booster armor Guyver. So I looked it up really quick here, and that is Yoshika Takaya. It is a manga series written and illustrated by Yoshika Takaya. So yeah, that's the first time I ever saw that kind of look. If you look up Guyver, you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll make a lot of sense. Let me see if I can drag one of these pictures in here really quick. There we go. I got it. That's Guyver. That's some of the art right there, the original stuff. So yeah. Anyways, now that I got that off of my mind, I'm gonna hit save on that. Back to this. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking maybe a little bit of a thinner look, like a Blue Beetle kind of look, or Blue Beetle slash Nightwing, the kind of thing would be the way to go with this character. Let's see how we're going to do this mask from the front. Looks like it would be a wide sweep. Come up on the eyebrows. Down to the temple there. And then back up and out. And then it's going to come down to below where the eye is. Probably right in there. And then back up. Probably call it to the eye socket right there. Oh, no, looks like I need to end that a little earlier. So I want this swoop right there. So let's go up a little bit. Go down. We'll follow the eye line at that point. And we'll take it over to the nose. Like that. There we go. And then we'll need to replicate that a little bit for the second line, more of a sweep. We'll take it down to the bottom of the cheekbone, come up a little bit, follow this, and then back down, and then maybe we'll come up for the chin. Like that. And then for this rhino top piece, we can go up from the, oh, I can see now that I need to move this way. And follow that a little bit. Bring that up. Make this come down right here. Follow the brow, top of the brow. And then we'll follow that up and out just a little bit. And then we will stick, this would be the center line, so we want to go out so far from that. I mean, if we were looking at him straight on, it would be right on this line. So we need to come out as much as we think it would be sticking up. And I sort of wanted to match this height. So I'm going to have to exaggerate that a little bit and not line it up perfectly. And we'll sort of make it like, oh no, wait, that's not right. We need to come back up from this line back here and over and then out like that. There we go, and we can have it come back down over here, so we'll just show a hint of that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll just hint that it arches out there. Like so. So yeah, I'll probably do the others, run this one by the writer, see what he thinks. I don't want to get too attached to it, because if I do that and then, you know, he doesn't like it or whatever the heck goes on. I mean, I know usually ultimately it would be my decision, but you never know. Sometimes things pop up. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this one here for now. Okay, so that's him as he stands right now. And thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.